ಹೆಲೋ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬರ್ಸ್, ನನ್ನ ವಿಡಿಯೋನ ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ವಿಡಿಯೋನ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ವಿಡಿಯೋಗೆ ಕಾಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಮತ್ತು ಬೆಲ್ ಐಕನ್ನ ಟನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೊಡೆಯೋದು ಮರಿಲೇಬೇಕು.
So today's topic is lexical analysis. So the table of contents are about the project, sneak peek, major requirements, project stages, project goals, and our team. Introduction. Lexical analysis is the first phase of the compiler, also known as scanner. It converts the high-level input program into a sequence of tokens. Lexical analysis can be implemented with deterministic finite automata. The output is a sequence of tokens that is sent to the parser for syntax analysis. This is the diagram. Tokens. A lexical token is a sequence of characters that can be treated as a unit. In the grammar of the programming languages, example token, type token, punctuation tokens, and alphabetical tokens. Lexeme, the sequence of characters matched by a pattern to form the corresponding token, or a sequence of input characters that comprises a single token is called lexeme. How lexical analyzer works? Input processing. This stage involves cleaning up the input text and preparing for lexical analysis. This may include removing comments, white space, and other non-essential characters from the input text. Tokenization. This is the process of breaking the input text into sequence of tokens. This is usually done by matching the characters in the input text. Token classification. In this stage, the lexer determines the type of each token. For example, in a programming language, the lexer might classify keywords, identifiers, operators, and punctuation symbols as a separate token types. Token validation. In this stage, the lexer checks that each token is valid according to the rules of the programming language. Output generation. This is the final stage. The lexer generates the output of the lexical analysis process, which is typically a list of tokens. This is the list of tokens, and this list of tokens can then be passed to the next stage of compilation or interpretation. Role of a lexical analyzer. A lexical analyzer separates the characters of the source language into groups that logically belong together, called token. It includes the token name, which is an abstract symbol that define a type of lexical unit, and an optional attribute value called token values. Tokens can be identifiers, keywords, constant, operators, and punctuation symbol, including commas and parentheses. A rule that represent a group of input string for which the equal token is make as output is called a pattern. The lexical analyzer also interacts with the symbol table while passing tokens to the parser. Input buffering. Input buffering is an important concept in a compiler design that refers to the way in which the compiler reads input from the source code. Input buffering is a technique that allows the compiler to read input in larger chunks, which can improve and reduce overhead. Initially, both the pointer points to the first character in the input string, as shown below. This is that figure. The forward pointer move ahead to search for end of the lexeme. As soon as the blank space is encountered, it indicates end of a lexeme. In below example, as soon as a pointer encounters blank space, the lexeme is identified. ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಗುರು? 4 ಓದ್ಬೋಣ. The FP will be moved ahead at white space. When FP encounters white space, it ignores and moves ahead. These are the figures. Then both the beginning pointer BP and forward pointer FP are set at next token. The input character is thus read from secondary storage, but reading in this way from secondary storage is costly. Hence, buffering technique is used. A block of data is first read into the buffer and then second by lexical analyzer. There are 2 methods used in these contexts: one buffer scheme and 2 buffer scheme. This is the figure. Specification of tokens: string and languages, operation on languages, and regular expression. String and languages. The string is a finite set of alphabets. Alphabet is a finite set of symbols. Symbol can be letters, digit, or punctuations. Operation on languages. As we learned, a language is a set of strings that are constructed over some fixed alphabets. Now the operation that can be performed on languages are union and concatenation. A regular expression. A regular expression is a sequence of symbols used to specify lexeme patterns. A regular expression is helpful in describing the languages that can be built using operators such as union, concatenation, and closure over the symbols. Recognition of tokens. Tokens obtained during lexical analysis are recognized by finite automata. Finite automata is a simple initialized machine that can be used to recognize patterns within input taken from a character set or alphabet. The primary task of an finite automata is to accept or reject an input based on whether the defined patterns occurs within the input. There are 2 notations for representing finite automata. There are transition table and transition diagram. Transition table, it is a tabular column that represents the least of all possible transition from each state and input symbol combination. Transition diagram, it is a directed labeled graph consisting of nodes and edges. Nodes represent state while edges represent the transition. In the above diagram, this is the figure. On state is one state is labeled with start state, that is initial state. Position is a transition diagram drawn as circles and are called states. The states are connected by arrows called edges. 0 or more final states or accepting states are represented by double circle in which token has been found. Thank you guys.